boxing is not just a sport, it's a performance. While some fighters are known for their dominance, others for their precision, then there are those who redefine the art of the spectacle. One name that often flies under the radar but leaves a lasting impression is Emanuel Augustus, a true showman of the squared circle. Born Emanuel Burton in 1977 in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Augustus's journey to boxing greatness wasn't paved with glamour. He grew up surrounded by hardship, but found an escape in the sweet science of boxing. By the time he was 14, Augustus had already shown a knack for the sport and a willingness to entertain. While others were focused on winning titles and climbing the rankings, Augustus was perfecting a style that blended unconventional techniques with an undeniable showmanship.
But the big thing, like I said, when Miller throws a punch, he leaves his chin right there in the air to be hit, and that's exactly how Burton's catching it, as you see right there. He throws a punch, instead of ducking behind his shoulder, he leaves his chin in the air, and that's why Burton capitalized.
Emanuel Burton, a tough veteran who gave Floyd Mayweather Jr. his best bout as a professional.
Because I was so small. Let's go.
Emanuel's unique style was built on speed, unorthodox movement, and a flair for the dramatic. His footwork was a dance, his defense was a puzzle, and his offense, well, it was unpredictable. In the ring, Augustus was as likely to throw a punch behind his back as he was to land a perfectly timed uppercut.
With his man and let both hands go.
Well, the 10th round is shaping up and unfolding like the typical Emanuel Augustus last round. He's in a fight that he controlled for some time, then got lazy in the fight, it became close, and now it's a life or death situation in the last round and maybe get a win.
Yes, it is. He put himself in that position.
Fighters feared his wild, unorthodox style, but there was something else about Augustus that made him stand out. His personality. He wasn't just trying to win, he wanted to make you watch, and more importantly, he wanted to make you believe boxing could be fun.
Beach in New Jersey, in Atlantic City, in that sand. Both runners trying to use psychological ploys with their fighters, especially in this heat.
Show highlights from some of Augustus's most famous bouts. Clips include his fight against Mickey Ward and his battle against Floyd Mayweather Jr. Perhaps his greatest fight, and the one that truly solidified his legacy, was against the legendary Mickey Ward. Augustus's showmanship was on full display, and yet his ability to mix style with substance left no doubt about his skills. It was a fight that had everything: heart, skill, and drama.
He had his right hand in the perfect spot, Teddy. Knockdowns in the fight. Burton switching positions right now.
And there was the bout with Floyd Mayweather Jr. While Augustus didn't win, he did something that few could do. He made Floyd work, he made him sweat, and he made the boxing world sit up and take notice of a man who wasn't just there to fight, but to perform.
He told us yesterday he wants to be more active. Mayweather continues to use that right hand.
Yeah, you know, he's landing the right hand over and over again. It's working for him, so he keeps going by it. But, you know, you just see he's landing his hook. He's landing everything he throws. No!
Throughout his career, Augustus faced some of the best in the world, from the likes of Mayweather to top contenders like DeMarcus Corley and the infamous Thunder Gaddy. But it wasn't just the competition that kept fans coming back for more. It was Augustus's ability to make each of these fights a spectacle.
Number of punches per round.
He's got the point. He's right now so dominant. I mean, even his hand is broken. You're watching a phenomenal athlete. You gotta think about it for a second. He's so dominant.
We don't want to speculate too much. And if there's a problem with Floyd Mayweather's right hand, if it's broken, but it definitely seemed like there was something bothering Mayweather with his right hand. On his head.
Emanuel Augustus wasn't just a showman in the ring, he also had a reputation for testing the limits of sportsmanship. Whether it was taunting his opponents, dancing between punches, or making faces at the crowd, Augustus loved to entertain.
Now also fighting so well that he could literally dance around his opponents, earning him the nickname of Skill, as he abandoned all semblance of form to completely humiliate his opponent. He would even occasionally use his dance moves as elaborate setups.
Oh, he found his rhythm. Oh my God.
But this very flamboyance also led to some controversy. His style didn't always endear him to the referees, and he often found himself being penalized for the very antics that made him so magnetic to fans. To some, it was disrespectful, but to others, it was simply another reason to love him. He was a walking contradiction, both a boxing genius and an entertainer, both an athlete and a showman. Today, Emanuel Augustus is known as one of boxing's greatest showmen, even though his record doesn't always reflect the respect he deserves. He may not have been a world champion, but he was undoubtedly a crowd favorite. His fights were always unpredictable, always thrilling, and always entertaining.
He wore. Sophisticated defense. Moving the shoulders between a squared up position and a safer, more narrow position can take on a vital defensive role.
Fighters like Augustus are rare, the kind that turn the boxing ring into a stage and the fights into a performance. Whether you loved him or hated him, you could never ignore him. And that, my friends, is the mark of a true showman. Emanuel Augustus may not have captured a world title, but he certainly captured the hearts of boxing fans everywhere. His name lives on as a reminder that sometimes boxing isn't just about punches, it's about making history with every move.
Augustus performed these feats to the far side of plausibility, doing things that just shouldn't work, and in fact, they didn't always work. But that never stopped Augustus from trying them. At long range, these body postures can be extended and enhanced by footwork.
Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content on boxing's greatest legends. like, comment, subscribe.